And I'm back with video number 3, where I'm going to show you how I decorate the first set of paper, set of pages, and the inside part. And I choose for this, from my color wash paper pad, I choose 2 papers, the yellow and orange ones. And you can use any kind of paper you like, really. Just be mindful of your orientation. Like if I would have used this with the script, I like to be able to read it. If you're gonna cover the pages with mixed media or something, you don't really care if the writing can be seen or read, then of course use whatever paper you like, whatever you like. There's no right or wrong. I decided to use this orange paper. I like the darker colors usually to be on the bottom. It just is a personal preference. It would have been just as nice with the white part down, and I might use that in my next album. I'm not sure, but for this one I'm going to orient this paper this way, and with this particular pattern there's no up or down, and I'm going to cut a panel like the whole length that I like to have. It's 8 1/4. Because for this particular album, like I'll show you again with the 6x6 paper, this leaves you like a 1/4 inch all around. I would like a bit of a narrow margin. I like the 1/8 of an inch to show. I feel like that gives it a nicer look, especially when I have a diverse group of paper and not all of them coordinate with the cream base. So for the orange paper, I'm gonna first cut the whole page at 8 1/4, and that would give me enough length to cover these pages. And I'm gonna use a panel for this inside pocket, and then whatever's left over is gonna rest on this side to give me a very continuous look. So I'll be back with my cut. So the first cut will be at 8 1/4, and here we go. So now we have this piece of paper that's 12 inches but by 8 1/4, and you can see it fits nicely. It gives me a even border or around the page, and I want to cut it so it covers only this panel, and this measurement would be 6 1/4, and I'll be back. As you can see, we have a piece of cardstock, the decorative paper that's 8 1/4 by 6 1/4, and it fits nicely on our pre-made page base, leaving me about 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little more, all around the page. So I have the matching piece, and I'm gonna use it to cover this inside pocket, and then whatever strip is left over, it's gonna go on our second page. That's the inside. So I'll do another cut. This one, remember this inside pocket, it's 4 1/2 inches, and if I want a 1/8 inch around, then I'll cut my panel at 4 1/4, and I'll be back. And here it is, our second panel for the inside pocket, 8 1/4 by 4 1/4, and it fits nicely. And the little strip that's left measures about 1 1/2 inches wide. It's gonna rest here, and because the paper that I'm gonna use to decorate the second page coordinates, I'm okay with having a little bit of it showing if I'm gonna glue this right here on the side. So this is it for the first page. I'm moving to the inside of this pocket and the second page, and for that I chose this paper with the script, so I could either use it vertically and make the same thing, kind of match our previous page. Use the same technique, cut the page at 8 1/4, and then panels for this side, and a little smaller because we already have this 1 1/2 strips for the second page. I cannot decide if I want to use the whole writing or if I want to use this yellow part for the top or the red one for the bottom. And then for this pocket, I'm just gonna wait until I get some leftover papers and figure out something else. I'm gonna pause the video and come back when I made a decision. And I'm back and I made a decision. I'm gonna use this yellow paper with the red on the bottom, and I'm gonna cut this a panel that's gonna measure 8 1/4 to cover the whole length, and the top is gonna be 4 3/4, and I'll come back to show you how it looks. And here's my last panel that I'm gonna cut for this first set of pages. This one measures 4 3/4 by 8 1/4, and if it fits nicely here, I'm gonna go ahead and ink the edge, adhere it down. And for this side, I'm just gonna wait, see what I have left over, see what else I can do. So far from my first 2 pages, I have this much left, and I'm gonna save it for later. But that's it. We're almost making some progress. I'm gonna come back with another video, show you how I decorate the inside of set number 2. Bye.